Did you know you can erase your entire oil painting drawing from the surface and it doesn't take turp or paint thinner to do so? This is oiling out the canvas, or called couching. Couching the surface is when you add the oil in your paints, usually and mostly linseed oil, to the painting's surface, bringing back the colors that have lost their luster because the surface has absorbed the oil content from the pigment. This is known as sinking in. Couching the painting revitalizes the hues by giving them the oil they need to look dimensional and cohesive to the rest of the surface. For this demonstration, I'm using canvases. The first surface is fresh out of the plastic wrap, and I'm using ultramarine blue to draw onto the surface and a good amount of paint with the heavy lines. When I try to wipe the paint from the surface, maybe I didn't like the start and would like to start fresh, but I can't. When I try wiping the paint, it doesn't want to move at all. In fact, it smears a little bit and stains the surface even more. Those lines feel forever scarred across the surface. The only way I could remove some of it is with paint thinner, which won't bring the surface back to clean and white again. This is linseed oil, and I'm going to couch the surface using a paper towel. I try to let the paper towel absorb a good abundance of the oil in one small concentrated portion, then fold and refold while pressing really hard to spread it throughout the rest of the towel. Then I lightly rub the towel into the surface to spread a film of oil across the entire area I intend to use for the painting. Use a rag. Paper towels start to shred when brushed across the canvas surface, which acts like an edgy screen and rips little fibers from the towel. To ensure it spreads evenly and thoroughly, go over the surface a few times back and forth and in a circular motion. You want all the dimensions of the canvas to be coated to achieve a beneficial result when erasing the drawing. I use a heavy hand and draw thick lines onto the surface, something that looks like it would really be tough to remove. Using a fresh, dry paper towel, I start to wipe the drawing away. Notice how well it's lifting from the surface, and also take note that there's no ghosting of the original oval. It has been fully removed. The oil acts as a barrier between the canvas and the pigment. We're basically lifting a layer off the surface that has not touched the canvas yet because of the oil barrier. Also take note that the dry paper towel shreds pretty fast without oil absorbed into it, and it takes some work to remove those little pieces stuck all over the surface. I'd say that's a pretty cool trick tip for you traditional painters. This next painting tip is also an attempt to avoid terps and thinners. I've used alizarin crimson on this brush, a fairly stainy hue, especially on a brush with light hairs. First, take a clean rag, or in my case, a clean paper towel. Fold the towel over on itself as it absorbs paint and will stain your fingers unless you double it up. Then, pressing really hard, wipe off the paint from the belly of the brush to the toe, or from the middle to the end of the hairs. Do this several times to make sure you've taken out as much pigment as you can before the next step. Muscling out most of the pigment also lets you dip the brush into a new hue without polluting the new color with the previous color. It might seem like a lot of extra work to wipe it many times over, but I should say that brush maintenance is one of the most important tool sets to learn in painting. Brushes aren't cheap, and you want to get them to last as long as possible. And if you practice this cleaning process will definitely ensure longevity in those brushes. Take any kind of soap or hair conditioner that you have in your bathroom, and like the previous tip I gave, coat your palm, like couching the surface of your canvas. This creates a barrier between the pigments and your skin to prevent staining the skin. Wet the skin in soap to act as a softener and will help sink the soap into the depths of the brush hairs quicker. In a circular motion, swirl the brush into your palm, pressing hard enough to rest the entire brush hair length onto your skin to clean its entire length up to the ferrule, or the metal part of the brush. Notice how the soap is turning red from the pigment, but my hand is not. The barrier that was formed from the soap is preventing the pigment from landing on my skin and is absorbing the pigment, stripping it from the brush hairs. I start to wash away the initial soap layer because it has been oversaturated with the pigment, and I need to apply a clean layer of soap to continue cleaning the pigment from the brush. Your palm is acting like a washboard. Your palm print is a serrated surface pulling the paint from the hairs, but it's a soft serrated surface that does little damage to your brush. A color like alizarin crimson will take several cleanings to remove all the pigment, so do be patient with this process. This does beat cleaning your brush with a brush comb, those plastic discs with sharp plastic spikes that you would swirl your brush over, or the screens in a turp jar we think we're supposed to swirl the brushes on endlessly until the brush is as clean as the slush that's on the bottom of the jar. Not only are you using a surface that is really hard and damaging to the hairs, but you're also thinning it with paint thinner. Question: would you wash your own hair in paint thinner? Did you know that excessive exposure to a thinner not only strips away the pigment, but it also strips the hair of its shape memory, causing the hairs to bloom away from each other like a bouquet of flowers? In between each cleaning cycle, be sure to rinse out the brush and check the progress. Some colors might take a dozen passes before it's clean again, and that's totally fine. It's all about maintaining the integrity of the hairs and retaining its purchased shape as much as possible. As you can see with each pass I do, the brush cleans up more and more, returning to its original color of the hairs. It's also soft and flexible with the linseed oil from the pigment also removed in this process. The big test is to do one more cleaning pass after you think it's cleaned out and see if the soap changes color, and if not, you're done. Save money on your supplies, be smart with how you prepare, and maintain your materials and tools. Till the next one, quoting Bob Ross, happy painting.